Hello children, today let us learn the summary of the lesson True Height. The title itself tells us that true height is not the physical height of the person, it is the height of a person's thinking. That is, a person goes as far as he thinks he can go. That is what is the meaning of the title True Height. In this lesson, we are given the event called pole vaulting. The event is described in a pictorial way, that is in 10 steps you can see in the picture over here. In step 1, the athlete comes running, then he rests the pole onto the ground, and with the help of the pole, he lifts his body onto the pole, and he rests his entire body onto the pole and takes a 360-degree turn over there and falls on the other side of the pole. Here the step 9 and step 10 are the best part of their event, wherein the pole vaulter flies completely in the sky, and that is what makes all the people eager to watch this event. Here in this lesson, Michael Stone is the pole vaulter, and today he is participating in the National Junior Olympics, and today the target is 17 feet, and this 17 feet is 3 inches higher than his personal best. That is, his personal best is 16 feet 9 inches, and today it is 3 inches more than it. So he is naturally a bit nervous, yet he is confident because he has the thirst to win. So this zeal makes him go forward with a zeal to win. And this pole vaulting is the glamorous event of the track and field competition. Track and field because track is the place wherein the pole vaulter runs, and he comes and gains the tempo to jump, and then in the field he jumps, he uses the pole and jumps, hence it is called a track and field event, and this is the most glamorous event of the entire day, and all the people were intact on their seats, and today was the day which Michael Stone had been waiting from a long time. And then now we go to a bit of flashback wherein we get to know why Michael had this dream, why this day was very special in Michael's life. Yes, Michael's mother used to tell him a lot of stories. She used to read him stories wherein she described the land from a bird's eye view. So this made Michael always passionate about flying, and the details and the description told by his mother made him very much curious and eager to fly. And then he had one recurring dream, that is, he would be running down a country road and he can even feel the chunks of dirt. That means that much realistic the dream was, and he could feel the fields on either side, and then he would run, and then he would gain the tempo, he would gain the speed, and then he would start flying like an eagle, he would start soaring like an eagle. This was his recurring dream. That is, when his mother started story, he would start running in his dream, then he would start flying like an eagle. As soon as he starts flying like an eagle in the dream, then he imagines his mother's stories, the descriptions from a bird's eye view. Yeah, and then when he flew, that would always coincide with his mother's stories. And then here his mother made him dream about flying, and his father on the other side was not a dreamer. He always believed in reality. He felt that if at all we want to achieve something, it's not just enough to sit and dream. We need to work for it. This was the attitude of his father. And then as Michael wanted to fly and his father wanted to make it a reality, his father insisted on working. Hence he gave practice for Michael Stone, and this pole vaulting needed the strength of a bodybuilder and the flexibility of a gymnast. The strength of the bodybuilder to lift his body onto the pole, and the flexibility of the gymnast to take a U-turn on the tip of the pole. So in order to get both the strength of the bodybuilder and the flexibility of the gymnast, his father trained him with running work and weightlifting work on alternate days. This is how the coaching of Michael Stone went on. And then Michael Stone was not only good at sports, he was even an honest student. That is, he was a very good scholar at school. Despite that, he helped his parents. He never got any excuse from skipping the household chores. He helped his parents in the farm chores also. And as Michael was in his hectic schedule of training, his mother felt a bit discomfort in herself. She felt that he was nice, like a daydreaming boy, always dreaming with the stories, and his father making him work every day made her feel very sad about her son. She once even thought of interfering and telling her husband not to give him such a tight schedule, but her husband or Birdstone or Michael's father would never give for that. He just would just smile and said, if you want something, you have to work for it. That is the only go. And then we come to the present day now. Till now we had a gist of the flashback of Michael Stone. Now we come to the present day, wherein he is in the National Junior Olympics, and this is the final jump. So he cleared the 17 feet. And then he went to clear the 17 feet 2 inches and also the 17 feet 9 inches. And though he did all these achievements in one go, in one day, one step, same day itself, there was not much emotion, not much excitement, or not much celebration how we see in the other people who just jump around telling that they have achieved. None of these things were done by Michael Stone. And then he felt that he was able to know that the other person had done the jump rightly with the cheering of the crowd. So when the crowd cheered, he came to know that his opponent had done the jump rightly. And then Michael Stone was not much tensed or anything. Till now everything was fine. But now, as he was with his final jump, that is, the bar was set 9 inches more than his personal best, and this was just half inch lesser than the national record. That is, if he jumps this rightly and a half inch more, he would be breaking the national record. Then from somewhere there came a tension into himself. His mind was filled with anxiety and a bit of nervousness started coming inside him, and he started shaking away the tension from his body. And then from somewhere he caught the vision of his mother, and now he thought, why mother is coming for me at this particular moment? Why is it so? And then he remembered that his mother always used to tell him that whenever he was anxious or scared, she suggested him to take deep breaths. And now Michael Stone, as he was in a tensed mode, he took deep breaths, and yes, for sure, that formula was working and the tension was going aside from him. And then he began to stretch out his arm and upper body to take the final jump. And then the breeze was gone, and now he could feel the trickle of the sweat that was running down his backbone. That means his body was completely chilled around. He was completely nervous. He could feel everything. Every small bit was out of the normalcy. It was something very strange. strange, and he could feel his heart pounding, jumping in tension. And so was the crowd. It was all so silent, so much they were eager, all the fingers crossed for the Michael Stone's jump. And then it was all pin drop silence. Then from nowhere he heard the sound of a bird. It was the robin sound. And now as he heard the bird, he felt now this was his time to fly. And as he started sprinting round the runway, as he started running, this day it was very strange as well as a familiar thing happening with him. He could feel the track on which he was running. He felt that it was similar to something. Yes, it was similar to the track that he used to dream every time. That is the golden wheat fields on either side, and the on the street on which he used to run, on the road wherein the rocks and chunks of dirt used to come and prick his feet. The same track he could feel now, and he felt that the same thing was happening now. And as he went in the dream, so did he now start running and running. And what was the next step in the dream? He would start soaring like an eagle, and that's what was going to happen. As he was running and taking the deep breath, and after the running he started flying. He began to fly, and how swiftly and smoothly, how majestically the eagle flies in the sky. So majestic was Michael's takeoff. He started flying in the air, and he felt this was the day, and that was the day he was eagerly waiting throughout his lifetime. And he felt everything was in slow motion, and then he felt the purest and freshest of the air that he had ever breathed so far. And then as he finished his flight, he landed the ground, and all the people in the stands cheered him, and that is what brought him back to earth. So far he was in the fantasy world, in the world of his dreams, where he was flying like an eagle, and he felt that his dad was smiling or probably laughing, and he didn't know the truth that his father was crying. These were not the tears of worry or pain. These were the tears of pride, the greatest tears that ever a child can give to a father. That was what his father was doing. All this Michael could not see because he was not gifted with eyes. He was a blind person, and then he guessed that his father was laughing. And that day he went ahead to clear the half inch also, and he broke the national record. And then his achievements spoke for him. And then you see in the middle also there was a description wherein Michael Stone could guess the opponent did the jumping properly from the cheering of the crowd, because he could not see the crowd because he was blind. So this is how we get an inspiration from a blind person, that disability is never an obstacle to success. When we have all our entire body with so much of strength, we can go ahead with our dreams, provided we have the confidence in ourselves, and provided we can keep our dreams alive all the time. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.